reminded of the whole Aldous Huxley versus George Orwell, Animal Farm versus A Brave New World. In Animal Farm, or 1984, excuse me. In 1984, he imagined a Big Brother is watching, which we do have that. And he was deathly afraid of people banning books. And Aldous Huxley hypothesized a world where they didn't have books, not because they were banned, because they were so addicted to their pleasures that they wouldn't even be aware. I think it's a bit of both in our culture today. And this is where globalization and secularization, I think, has crept in ways that we didn't realize. And while we like to romanticize what's going on in the church, I was actually taken back at Wang Yi's conversation about how people keep talking about the church in China, but we're suffering in that the church is not as zealous and not as dedicated and zealous as it once was. And we need a revival here. And many, I think, Americans hear that and they go, wait, what? How could that be? You're in prison, you're suffering for your faith. But his thought was, we don't have enough people that have lost their jobs. We don't have enough people who have been in prison. We don't have enough people that have lost their lives on behalf of the gospel. Oh, Lord, please let that be us. And I was sitting there going, I can guarantee you the opposite is the case here. Please don't let that be us.
Something I was thinking about earlier, you were mentioning, just, the younger generations and the loss we're seeing from the church of our younger generations. And they struggle with the same in China. They struggle to figure out how to raise the second and third generation in the faith. One of the things that I think about is, this comes down to, again, what are we saying the Christian life is about? Is there a cost to it? Is living the Christian life something that just means finding whatever will help you, have a happy, comfortable life? Because if it is, then there are lots of other options in today's world that will tell you that it too can give you a happy, comfortable life. Or are we saying that what it means to follow Christ and be a disciple of Christ means something sacrificial, something that costs something that is working towards something bigger than yourself. That's not just about you, but it's about a bigger reality and something that has to do with all of time and history, And I don't in any way consider myself an expert on why the American church is losing its younger generations. But I do find myself thinking we aren't giving them a real picture of what the faith is and what discipleship is. We aren't helping them see that this is something worth giving it all up for,